Today I'm going to be learning about the Swedish language by watching this video. Swedish language, can Norwegian, Finnish and Danish speakers understand it? So yeah, I know between those four countries there's some that can understand the other's language a little bit more than others. So interested to see these other three countries, or people from those countries, whether they can understand Swedish, how much of it they can understand. As a Swedish person, you can tell me how much of the other languages you can understand, if any. But let's watch this anyway.
Jag gillar att skriva berättelser och jag tycker om att virka. What is that?
I don't have anything.
You didn't get anything?
I didn't understand it.
This was basic.
Yeah, I think it was basic.
Hello.
To an extent.
I should understand Swedish. It's the other native language of Finland, actually. So like 5% of Finnish people speak Swedish as their native language.
Definitely think I can understand, like if I can probably watch a movie in Swedish, but there's a few words that are completely different, and then that might like set you off course.
Yeah.
But I think they will do better than me.
Don't expect anything.
For especially in
So do you think it's like, would it be fair to say that out of these four countries that most people would understand Swedish? Would that be the most common one that people can understand, do you think? Or any more? I know that Danish has a reputation for being like sometimes quite difficult to understand when Danish people are speaking. Finnish has its reputation as well as being quite a difficult language to learn, and it's very different, I think, compared to the other three languages. Yeah, tell me what you think.
Don't expect anything.
For especially Norwegian and Swedish is very similar, because sometimes you use words that's like old Swedish, but they're more Norwegian pronounced.
I think there's a lot of similarities, but it also, again, it depends on what accent you have. Like you may be from like countryside Sweden and then I don't understand anything. But if you're from Stockholm, Sweden, then I'm like, I can probably guess.
We have some loan words from Swedish and Finnish language, so probably those words. And in like Helsinki, there is slang that uses a lot of Swedish words. So if you know like Helsinki slang, then you can kind of understand Swedish as well.
Yeah, tell me if you knew that as a Swedish person as well. Have you been to Helsinki? Have you ever heard people speaking, using that slang and being confused about why they're using it? Yeah, I wonder how that came to be. Like, is there a lot of Swedish people in Helsinki maybe? Is it Finnish people watching like Swedish TV or something like that?
Do you know Helsinki slang?
I remember Helsinki, but kind of like older people usually use it more, but maybe some words.
As a Danish person, I think there are some words we might understand. And maybe it's the accent or the like pronunciation that like makes it harder to understand.
So the first word is regn.
Regn. Oh, it's a nice word. Regn.
And show your words.
It's so embarrassing. I'm sorry for all my employees before.
Okay, so they've got to guess what it is, what it means.
Maybe I'm wrong.
So in Norwegian it's the same written, but then in Norwegian it's pronounced rein, and then in a more Swedish accent you would pronounce a G, so then it's more like regn.
Danish is spelled the same way. So yeah, I could guess it easily because of that. You say rein.
Why did you think your words?
I'm sorry. I thought bring because it had some similar letters there because of it sounds like rain, like
Rain.
A reign
There's
of.
an English word.
So and Sweden is the kingdom.
Well, it means rain. Can you say rain in your own languages?
Rein.
Sade.
And we say rein.
I mean, there you can hear how unique Finnish is compared to the other ones as well. Quite a different one. It's like, I've seen memes before it goes through like all these European languages, and there's a lot of similarities, and then Finnish will just be quite different from the rest.
1-0 to Norway and Denmark and Finland.
Yes.
Come on.
So the next.
Våtservet. I mean, the only word I know is like serviette, which is like a napkin or something like that, but våtservet. Våtservet.
This word is våtservett. Okay, so why did you all think it was?
I have a feeling of what as like voda. It's in Finnish slang also, so it's like water and like a tissue.
For me, it looks like the Danish word a lot. I would say we say vådserviet, and I could just guess it like the and servet. How you say that? It sounds like serviette, which is the way you say it. So it was easy to guess.
Same in Norwegian, vådserviett.
Yeah.
They're very similar. Like, grammatically, these languages are so similar that it's very hard to find a word that is very different.
Oh, but in Finnish, it's really different though.
Yeah.
I think Danish is more different than Norwegian.
Because we don't pronounce the T. We say vål. It's like a D there instead.
Yeah.
Soft. We need an I in there. Serviette.
It's like your pronunciation is almost a little similar to the accent of like Russian.
Russian accent?
Oh my god.
Maybe.
The answer is wet tissue.
Okay.
I think
That's just like quite an interesting word to actually choose. Like when I seen serviette, that part of it I thought of serviette, like I said, but the våt I never knew. But yeah, knowing that that means wet is quite interesting in
in
itself.
Sweden, when we talk
Kinda
about
similar.
the Norwegian language, we talk about it as sounding a little childish in the way they speak, because it's very
Up
like
and down, yeah.
because they end everything in happy tone.
For
It's
us,
kind
you
of-
all sound so happy.
Cannon. I wonder if that's just like cannon, like you shoot a cannonball. But yeah, do you have any like stereotypes about the other languages, like Norwegian, Finnish, or Danish? What sort of stereotypes do you have, or that are common in Sweden about those other languages? Cannon. Yeah, the only thing I can think that is similar is like cannon, but
So this word is kanin.
oh, rabbit, nice.
In Norwegian, it's kanin.
Literally in Danish is kanin too.
In Finnish, we have two words for rabbit. It's janis or kani. So kani and kanin, it's so similar, so I thought. Kani is like a cuter way to say rabbit in Finnish.
Yeah, the answer is rabbit. So you're all right.
That's like, yeah, quite interesting. I mean, they're all very similar, or at least the ones that are not similar, like the Finnish ones, you can like at least have quite a good guess.
Okay, so now I'm gonna introduce myself and see if you guys can understand what I'm saying. Hej, mitt namn är Josefin. Jag är 26 år gammal och min favoritmat är fisksoppa.
Don't tell me I'm wrong.
So what did you hear?
Sorry, I wrote it in Danish. So what I heard first was, hello, my name is Sophie, something like that. It's just, sorry, Josephine.
Josef.
I am 26 years old and my favorite food is fish soup.
Yeah, and I heard, hi, my name is Josephine. I'm 26 years old and my favorite food is fish soup.
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
The only thing I didn't hear was
Yeah.
the name actually. I heard Sophie a lot.
So I basically said what you all wrote. I said, my name is Josephine, I'm 26 years old, and my favorite food is fish soup.
It's the problem is in Finland we all know some Swedish, so it's this was basic.
Yeah, I think it was
And so for this time I'm gonna talk about my hobby and see if you understand what I like to do. Jag gillar att skriva berättelser och jag tycker om att virka och gå på promenader och umgås med mina kompisar.
Oh, I didn't understand it actually.
Go.
What is
I
that?
don't have anything.
You didn't
to
get
say.
anything?
I know. I didn't understand it. I don't know. Like I couldn't make a sentence out of it. It was too hard.
Yeah, can you explain what you wrote?
Yeah, so this is what we did the same mistake, but I wrote it in Norwegian rather than English. But it means write. So she said that she was writing something, and I didn't pick up if it was stories, reviews, letters. And then the second one, I have no clue. Virka, something like that. And then the last one was like walking in promenade, which is walking in Norwegian as well.
Okay, what I heard the first is write poems or stories, but I think it's stories. But I guess jogging, and then the last one is take a walk with friends.
I heard words that I understood. Like you wrote for example writing. I heard a word. I thought about something with friends, like words that could make a sentence. I just didn't write it. I just couldn't make it make sense. I heard the writing part, but I didn't understand what, so I just thought I'm wrong. That's why.
But I'm really curious, what is virkata?
Virka, yeah.
Because like
what is
in
that?
Finnish, virkata means knitting, kind of. Yeah.
Okay, so I said that I like to write stories.
Stories.
I like crocheting.
Crocheting?
That's kind of like similar to knitting, is it not? Something like, is that not where you're like making some material based thing with those? I don't really know, but I think it's similar to knitting. So it's interesting that that's got a similarity with
But
Finnish as well.
I didn't know what is in English.
Yeah, I have never
so-
heard that too, actually.
Yeah, and then I like going for walks and hanging out with my friends.
And
They
hanging
did quite
out.
well, those
Oh,
two
it was
actually.
Do that one,
Yeah,
but yeah.
But I heard virka first. But virka is almost like
Yeah,
similar.
it's similar to knitting, but it's just one
but
stick.
it's the ones
Okay.
The loops.
and then
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about an animal and you have to guess what animal I'm describing. Det här djuret har en lång hals och fläckar på kroppen och den bor i Afrika.
Something from Africa.
How do you, this is like a hard one.
I mean, I can only guess like maybe a giraffe. A long house, maybe a long neck, I don't know, but yeah, I can only guess like African animals, elephant, giraffe, maybe.
It's
Like,
spelled in English, isn't it?
Okay. Giraffe.
It should be an E for the English. For Norwegian, we write it without the E.
Yeah.
So why did you think giraffe?
Because of long hals and
Yeah.
bor
Oh, that's right.
in
Oh, I
Africa,
got it
from-
like living in Africa.
Nice.
So
Same.
like long neck.
That's
giraffe.
the same.
Yeah, I also wrote a long neck, spots on the body, lives in Africa.
Oh, you got the
Well, you
spots
got a
on the
lot,
body.
actually.
Yeah, I heard that too.
How did you say the spots on the body?
Prickar på
Yeah.
kroppen.
På kroppen.
Yeah.
We also call kroppa in like slang words, so it's like kroppen.
So I said that the animal has long legs and spots on the body
Oh, long
and
legs,
lives in
okay.
Africa. So it is a giraffe.
Yeah.
I mean, I only heard two words that sound like English, like long in Africa, so that's the only animal I could get, so I can't really think that was a good guess by me based on the actual Swedish description, but like really impressive. Like I think this is the guy from Norway, he's like been so good, so like obviously Norwegians can really like understand a lot of Swedish.
This was fun.
I don't think it was difficult. I just think because I didn't know some words, I couldn't make a sentence out of what she said before when she was talking about her hobbies and stuff.
Yeah, I think it has been a long time since I've been hearing Swedish, but there was a lot of words that are very similar and like are Helsinki, like Finland's capital slang. So it was a bit easier to understand than I expected. It was great. I feel like I can do it. Swedish, yeah.
I'm almost embarrassed that I didn't get everything. Like
Me
I've been
too.
heard Swedish so often, but then once you hear like one word that's like not the same, you're just thrown off and you're like, oh.
I tried making it a little harder words because I know it's gonna be so easy for you guys.
Oh.
So today we tried.
Okay, so yeah, I guess it's like out of all those countries, maybe it's fair to say then that Swedish is the easiest to understand for the other, from people for people from the other countries. So yeah, very interesting like experiment there. Tell me what you think about that. Thanks.